Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. And as you can see, I've got Mike as my guest here again tonight. He's not the guest; he's just a fixture.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here every week, and so he's just like the camera. You know, he's
not
here.
on the wall.
Huh?
Just not on the wall.
I don't know about that, Mike. You're too smart for that. Anyway, folks, I want to say hello to Dad and to Polly and Bill and the Crumley family up in La Follette area, and all you La Follette, Jacksboro viewers, Campbell County. Appreciate you watching the show and that kind of thing. You could call in and give us a good fishing report every now and then, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get a little bit from Jason Foster, and but he's about the only one. I guess they're all out on the lake up there fishing.
No, I wouldn't doubt that.
I wouldn't either. Sure would. But like I said, I want to say hello to all you folks there in Campbell County. Anyway, we got a little bit of fishing film, and Mike got Travis Lehman's going to call in again tonight and give us a rundown on the tournament. I'll just be as honest as I can with you. Always have been and always will be. Mike and I went down there Saturday morning, and we put the boat in there at Ladd Landing, and he come to the dock, picked me up, and there was two tournaments going out there that morning, and plus we were going out of Kingston. But anyway, we got out there and the buoy line started down towards Kingston, and he turned my headlight on the front of my boat, and it looked like the land out there. I thought, what? I said, you know, for a second that kind of surprised me. I didn't know what it was till he started hitting all them logs and stuff down through there, and I knew what it was then. But anyway, you know, Wesley and I went down on Monday evening and Tuesday evening, and after work, and we didn't catch a lot of good fish, but each evening we caught a couple of nice fish. And then on Tuesday, we had three nice ones. Well, I had two that I got in the boat, and Wesley had a dandy jump off. And the good thing about it was, about that fish, he didn't even get the hook through the bait, Mike. The fish just had the bait in its mouth, and it come up about 3 foot out of the water, and it looked like it weighed 6 pounds or better. I mean, a nice one. So anyway, I was glad, you know. I said, hey, that's the way you want to do when you're pre-fishing. You don't want to hook them. But anyway, we caught a bunch of fish Monday evening and Tuesday evening, but a lot of little fish. But we did have 2 dandies on Monday and 3 on Tuesday, and plus that one that Wesley let jump off. And so felt like that there in the Emery we could, you know, if we could get 5 bites, different places, we could get 5 good fish. But we fished. They pulled anyway, back to the trash. They pulled that water down a good foot and a half. And I mean, the Clinch River was covered with trash. And, you know, that didn't dawn on us what was going on, because the fish we were catching was in 1.5 foot of water, and the trolling motor was either sitting on the bottom or kicking up mud. And so, you know, that ruined us. They pulled the water off the fish, and they followed the water out, and where they went to after that, I don't know. We never did find them, did we?
No.
And
no, two little old bitty ones, and then a bunch of little bitty keepers, you know, 12 inches or something. But
yeah,
2 keepers all we had there, and they just barely keepers.
Yeah, we had 2 keeper fish, and just like Mike said, they were just barely keepers, and we never did figure them out. And you know, some fish being caught up in Tennessee, and most of the fish was caught. A lot of the fish was caught down middle of the lake and below, from what we found out. And so anyway, it wasn't a good day for us, Mike.
No, it sure wasn't. Got blistered, I know that.
You Mike got blistered. He sure did. When you don't see the sunshine but one day a year, you can't expect nothing else, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So, and I'll just tell you honestly, I was killed. I mean, that heat and you know, when you're tournament fishing regularly, you know you're used to being up at 4 o'clock, driving 2 hours, hour and a half, getting your boat in the water and fishing 8 hours, and another hour staying for the weigh-in and getting loaded up, and then headed home, and you're ready to go again the next day. Well, I'm going to admit I'm out of shape, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
sir.
no two ways about it. That little trip there Saturday just wore me out. I mean, and you know, you go down there, and when I fish tournaments regularly, I don't sit down. I stand up, and I put the pole seat in the back of the truck that morning out of the boat, because I knew we was both going to be up on the front of the boat flipping and pitching and catching fish, and we didn't have room for that. Well, catching didn't happen.
No,
And
sure.
I needed my seat. About 12 o'clock, man, I mean, I was, yeah, I could feel the burn, as they say. And but anyway, so when come weigh-in time, we went by the check-in boat and thanked everybody, and went on to the boat ramp, and I apologize. I should have went back down there and done some filming, but I got some information of who won and all that stuff. And as a matter of fact, Travis is going to call in here in a few minutes and give us a lowdown on how many boats they had and how much money they raised and all this kind of stuff. But you can get online, and there's a lot of information there. Go to the Kingston Bass Tournament, St. Jude's, and you'll get in. You know, it's all a bunch of stuff on there, all kinds of good information. But we're going to give you a whole lot of it right here shortly. And you know, the thing that really impressed me, they had a young kid out there on one of the blast-off boats that I think he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And he had several years ago been diagnosed with cancer and not much of a chance to live. Well, anyway, that young man was cancer-free, and due to the St. Jude's and the treatments and stuff that he had, and he was waving at everybody as they went out, and it was a real emotional and humbling thing, you know, when you think about it. So, but anyway, we're going to get some good information from Travis of who the winners were. I've got them all pretty much wrote down here, the top 8 or 10, and that kind of thing. So we'll move right along, and I don't want to be showing film when he's calling in, because I want everybody, you know, be aware of what's going on. I will do this. Put that poster up there of the Vacation Bible School, if you don't care, Dylan. There we go. All right. Let's see if I can make it out. There it is. Kellytown Baptist Church Vacation Bible School. Let's Go Fishing is their emphasis, and that is due to Simon Peter. He was the first disciple, and he was a fisherman. So, and my daughter Christy is in charge of the Vacation Bible School this year, and that's going to start June 11th through the 15th, and from 6 to 8 p.m. in the afternoons. And I think that is on a Monday. Let me make sure here. And the number to call is if you want to ride, and if you've got some children that would like to attend, and we'd love to have them on those days. And let's see, the 11th is on Sunday, and it goes through Thursday. So anyway, we'll do that again later on. I'll get this phone call, And it says down here at the bottom, bring a towel 'cause you will get wet. So they're planning. They've got hay. I'm just the helper, you know. Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just kidding, folks. They're going to have a great time, I promise you. Let's get this call here. Hello, caller.
Steve, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Travis, man, good to hear from you. I just told everybody you were going to call in, and I wasn't going to get started with nothing until you did.
How's it going, man?
Buddy, going good. I was making apologies to all the viewers about how tired I was Saturday and not being used to fishing all day, standing up, and then not catching any fish either. So I said, you're going to give us a lowdown on the boats, the winners, the money, the kids, and all. Just pour it on.
Yeah, well, I can understand being tired Saturday. It was definitely a long, hot day for everybody. And,
yes, sir.
I know you guys stand out on those boats all day long. Some of you can sit down, but the most of you guys is probably like I was when I fished. When you're fishing, you stand up because it's
yeah.
I can't relax. I'm nervous and on the edge and ready for any bite at any minute or second. So I'm standing all day. So that makes it a long day when you're out there 8-9 hours standing fishing.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Especially in the hot sun as well. But we had a great day, Steve. The fourth annual went really well. We were very fortunate and blessed. Our boat count was the highest we've had in the 4 years of our tournament. We had 143 boats, and things went really well. I think about the only complaint I've really heard was that we ran out of drinks that afternoon. We tried to feed everybody that afternoon, and we ended up actually running out of drinks and had to go buy 3 or 4 cases of water at the last minute there. So, if that's the worst problem we had, which that's not a great thing, but that's not too bad if that's the worst problem you have. So,
I agree. I agree with you.
But it was a long day for sure.
Yes, sir. It sure was. It was a great day, but it was a long day, Travis, and I'm like you. If that's the only complaint we got, well, hey, man, you're doing great.
Yeah. But we, throughout the course of this tournament, from starting in January, Steve was able to take in and raise $26,914.
Whoa, man!
And then, of course, obviously, as anybody knows that operates a business, there's costs out there for things, and after we paid the prize payout and paid for took sponsor money and stuff for goodie bags and signed the banners and the trophies and the drinks and the security for the park facility that night with all our stuff set up overnight on Friday night, and we paid out about $15,622.32 in cost for everything. And after that, we were able to raise $11,291.68 to go to the hospital for those kids.
Man, that's great. That's actually great. Travis, a lot of these benefit things, they usually, if they get 10, 15, 20% going to the actual benefit, they're doing, so you done quite better than that. You're up there in the 40s.
Yeah, we actually, our Yeti cooler that we sold chances on this year was less than last year. Last year's Yeti sold about $3,400 worth of tickets. This year was only about $2,200, a little better than $2,200. So that hurt us, and the John boat wasn't near what I thought it would be. So we sold about $5,575 worth of tickets on the John boat this year. That didn't go as I planned, but that you live and learn, and that's things you have to understand when you try to do stuff like this. Sometimes it's going to work out, sometimes it's going to really work out good, and sometimes it's not going to work out.
Right.
We were fortunate that we didn't lose on it, so that's a good thing. But in all, at the end of the day, we were last year's total was $14,067, so we're down from last year. But there's a couple things that you know that hurt us a little this year from reaching that goal as far as the money from last year. But you know, at the end of the day, the $11,291.68 that we were able to raise and send to that hospital, that's way more than they had to start that day.
Yeah.
Us, you know, so
Yeah.
so that's a good thing. And we learned a couple things this year, like you and I spoke about before. You always learn something new every time you do it, to tweak a little bit, whether you see it and realize what's happened, or feedback from you guys out there, or folks around the way in that afternoon. And we've got a couple things to work on for next year, but all in all, it was a great day, good success.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm tickled, you know, that the boat count was 143 boats, and we're bumping, you know, we're getting on up there, and it seemed like crowd-wise everything was handled good. You know, even with the 143 boats, and there was 2 other tournaments that went out of Ladd Landing, that place was packed.
That's what I heard. I didn't actually get to ride over there and see what the parking looked like at that facility, but I know quite a few that fished with us put in over there and said that, well, as a matter of fact, right in the middle of the invocation of the national anthem, we had half a dozen boats or so come running by that came from that direction, and I realized then there was probably another tournament or 2 going on.
Yeah.
And but all in all, it was a great day. You know, we're like I said, we're very blessed that the boat count's up, and I really wanted to see 150 boats, but that didn't happen. But you know, that's the way it goes. You know, not always going to get everything we want to happen the way we want it, and all you can do is just keep your head down and keep digging and get you know, try to get it better for next year. So.
Yeah. I agree. Well, you know, they had a big tournament on North Saturday also. It had 200 and some boats in it, and I know there were some fishermen from our area that was up there fishing it. But when they, you know, when you're in one of those tournament trails like that, you got a lot of, they're either on the point average or on the weight average, and when you're up there high, you can't, you know, you're kind of locked in. It's you're hey, this is my gig and this is what I'm going to do, and if I got an open date sometime, why I'll fish another one. But and that's what happens. It's just that's it.
And you know, and that's a good point. There was a couple of guys pulled into the ramp Saturday morning, and I try my best to see and shake everybody's hand that morning and thank them for coming.
Yes, sir.
That come through the park ramp. And I've got to kind of hang around there because something goes wrong or there's a question at the registration table or somewhere. That's the main ramp, and I try to be around there. And I'm bouncing around like a chicken with my head cut off that morning, as you've seen, and everybody else has. But I try to get to every single truck and shake, at least make eye contact and say thank you, or shake everybody's hand that I can that morning and thank them for coming. And just run myself to death that morning trying to do that. Now, obviously, it can't happen to every single person, but I do try to get to everybody.
Right.
And, you know, but a couple of guys, you know, before I could even get the words good morning, thank you for coming out of my mouth, you know, they jumped out to it. Well, you need to have this on a different day. You need to change it. Two tournaments, Chickamauga and Morristown Marine's killing these boats. And my answer to that is, Steve, we had this date set 3 days before last year's tournament. So what do you know, what do you do?
Well,
But nobody else is scheduled out, and you've had it scheduled for over a year. I mean, I can't, once I announce it, I can't change it. So that's just one of the things we have to deal with as promoters of tournaments and directors.
Right.
You know, once you set a date, you've got to go with it. And there's 2 trails that since day one I've said that I can't step on the toes of because I feel like we would hurt them, and they would definitely hurt us on boat town, and that would be one of our sponsors would be Tennessee Team Trail Tournament,
right,
and then also the Heartlanders. Those are 2 major trails that are around this area quite a bit,
right.
And you know, and the Morristown Marine Tournament Trail, they're getting around here, and from what I hear, those folks they've got a great thing going too, but you know, the team trails are sponsored by ours, the Tennessee Team Trail, and they loan us that nice big stage trailer facility to do our weigh-in with, and you know, a lot of the Heartlander guys are locals that fish with us, and so being that those 2 were well-established tournaments over the years, and we were a new upcomer, that was my big thing was just to try not to step on their toes. And if you'll remember, you know, you guys had the James Jenkins Memorial, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that was the name of it.
That was it. That was it.
You know, and you guys decided that, and I didn't know that tournament even existed until you and I talked, and we'd already had our first one.
Right.
And then you guys decided, you said that you'd talk with all your guys, and y'all decided to fish us, which was a big time compliment and a thank you to you all. And it's hard to not schedule your tournament when there's another one going on somewhere in East Tennessee. It's just about impossible.
You can't do it.
There's just so many out there that,
right.
And as you know, that somebody's going to put one on the day you got your set, or you're going to end up on the day that somebody else had their set.
Right.
It's just about impossible to do. And somebody said something about about trying to do something similar to what the Big Bass Tour by Bass Pro Shops in Oakley done on Chickamauga.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we would like to do something like that, but we're just not powerful and strong enough financial-wise to be able to fund those hourly payouts on that kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
We're swinging and playing with a 2-pound sledgehammer in this deal when you've got Oakley and Big Bass Pro putting on one, and they're swinging with a 20-pound sledgehammer.
I agree.
So it's hard, but we try to do the best we can, and that's at the end of the day, that's all you can really do.
You're right, Travis. There's no doubt about it. But it don't matter when you schedule it. I promise you, there'll be another tournament going on somewhere. We just too much water here, and too many people fishing for it not to be. They can't you can't cover it all. So you just don't let that bother you, man. Just go around.
Oh no. It is what it is, and I'm a person that really likes to make wants everybody to be completely satisfied with something we do, try to benefit, for them, and put on something like this. And I knew, but I couldn't make myself say it in the first year or two that you're not going to please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned now in 4 years that all we can do is do the very best we can do, and at the end of the day, there's going to be some that's not going to be happy with what you've done or when you've done it, and all you can do is just try to think about next year and do it the best you can the following year, and hope it works out for both parties.
Yeah, I agree with you, buddy.
That's really all you can do, and you take Chickamauga. They said I think 400 or 500 boats were in that deal, and it was now I did hear that there was quite a few folks that fished with us on Saturday and was going to fish down there on Sunday. And for those folks that done that, I really appreciate them.
Right.
Y'all do.
Yeah.
But when you take a lake like Chickamauga right now, it's as hard as it is in producing the big fish it's producing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a ton of guys that's going to go down there, especially when you can win on the hour like that.
Right.
With the way their format was for that deal. They're drawing guys from 4 and 5 states away to fish in that one.
Oh, yeah.
So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's also a points trail, too, isn't it, in that series?
Yeah, I think so, too. I'll research that, but I believe it is. I've watched those guys weigh in, on the TV before in videos, and I think it is because they compete. It's not just a one-lake thing. They go to Douglas and Chickamauga and Alabama and everywhere else. So it's like a club, but they're on different lakes and they pay by the hour.
Right. So. But we were blessed. We had a great day for the fourth annual, and we had 76 teams out of 143 weighed in fish.
Mm-hmm.
And the winners of our tournament was Andy and Hoyle Humphreys.
Mm-hmm.
And they weighed in with 20.76 on the total weight, 20 pounds. 20.76, and they had a great day, and they was I'm sitting here looking at the rundown list now, and we paid the top 20, and the cutoff on 20 was 13.86, and we had 7 or 8 in the 15-pound range, had about 4 in the 16-pound range, had 4, looks like 4, 5, and 14 pound, and we had close to a dozen in the 13-pound range weighed in.
Yeah.
But the top 20 is our cutoff on our pay system, and one thing I did hear, Steve, that's not come directly back to me, and I've heard it through the grapevine, so to speak, was a couple people kind of complained about a payout and to another gentleman, and I don't know who it was that complained. Nobody said any names, and I'm not asking for any names. You know, it is what it is, and if I think the complaint might have been about the top 5 after first place, because first is a guaranteed $3,000 to the winners, but second through 5th, I had several people. I had a number of folks actually the first year or two kind of griped and groaned a little bit about our top 5, 6, 7, 8 payout.
Yeah.
Well, the third year, last year, we bumped up second through 5th, $800 spread out throughout those spots. But that was based on a minimum of 150 boats being entered.
Oh, yeah.
And if that didn't happen, then we took that 800 out. It dropped back down to what we paid the first year.
Right.
And so I think that some folks didn't realize that, and it was the same this year, and it said it right there on the flyer that that second through 20th payout was based on a minimum of 150 boats.
Right.
Well, in reality, it was only second through 5th was actually based on a minimum of 150. Sixth through 20th stayed the same regardless.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this tournament's all about the kids.
Yeah.
And if we would have hit that boat number 150, then we would have put that other 800 in there and paid what we advertised.
Right.
So I think that's one of the things where we talked about a while ago. You're not going to be able to satisfy everybody. But, as long as we advertised it that way, that's the way it's going to be, then, we held true to what we said we was doing.
Yeah. Well, man, I think, you guys put on an excellent tournament down there Saturday morning. If those folks get online and look, we had some drones flying around and had some aerial shots, and we had some videos being taken and this, that, and the other. It was just an humbling experience, knowing personally for me, knowing what we was there benefiting. And,
it was worth that just to go down there and fish, whether you got paid back anything or not.
That's
knowing
right.
what that money went for.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's $100 donation to fish. Now that's a donation, and if you get, if you're lucky enough to get some fish, that's even better. But that money, you're going out there and having fun and doing what you like to do. But the $100 is basically, when Mike and I figure, hey, we're giving St. Jude's $100. If we get any back or somebody gets some back, that's all right.
Yeah.
But if we don't get any back, that's all right too.
Yeah. That's why I said that afternoon. We had that little 2-year-old St. Jude patient, Caden Christopher, there, who is from Harriman, Tennessee, and that was. I wanted a lot of folks to, I wanted everybody to see him and hear that story, and most everybody who was over to hear me that morning. He was on the start boat with us. His grandmother had him on the start boat, and because of what we do there and events like ours and other events that support St. Jude's around this world, kids like Caden have a chance to be cancer-free and live a life.
Yeah.
And that's why we do what we do, is because of that. It's not to crown a winner of that tournament, which obviously we're going to do. But that's not, at the end of the day, that's not the reason we're there. The reason we're there is to help those kids in that hospital, and when you see that little fella there and you hear his story, well, in my opinion, there's just that's just complete justification of why we're there doing what we're doing.
I agree, and whether it be a bass tournament, a golf tournament, or selling chances on a cooler or a 4-wheeler or whatever, hey, it's all about the kids in that hospital down there. I'm well.
And there's a lot of, and I say it all the time. There's a lot of people think they've got problems, but we don't have problems.
No.
And there's a lot of people out there that are parents, and they've got kids that are sick or have been sick or been through this kind of thing. Those parents, they understand.
Right.
There's a lot of parents out there that don't have children or that do have children that have never been sick or had problems, and they tend to take things like this for granted because they've been fortunate that their kids have been healthy. But then there's also those out there that do have children that do realize this, even though their kids have been healthy and not had problems.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And and at the end of the day, it's I was talking with one of the guys, a fisherman, a couple nights ago over the phone. We talked, and he called me, and we were talking about a few things. And at the end of the day, it's almost one of them deals where you like to say, if you're not here for the cause, there's other tournaments you can fish. If you don't like the way we do it, and you don't like what we're doing it for, hey, there's other tournaments you can fish. We're not stopping you from fishing. You determine your choice.
Right.
We really want you to be here. We appreciate it. We're going to try to make it as great for everybody that we can. But at the end of the day, it's about those kids in St. Jude's Hospital.
Yeah, I agree. That's the focus.
And so it's because those kids, they don't deserve what they're going through.
Yeah.
They're not able to get out here and enjoy stuff like this, like a man and his child are able to get out in that boat and go fishing. These kids can't do that. They're not able to.
Yeah.
And and for many different reasons, either they can't be out in the sun because of the type of cancer they've had, or that they're dealing with, or they're laying in that hospital on the bed with tons of IVs hooked up to them, or surgery going on. They can't do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's people like us that doing what we do provides hope for these kids.
I agree with you, man. Listen, you got all my support and Mike's support, and a lot of other people's too. And like you said, you're not going to find a date that somebody else ain't having a tournament, and you're not going to make everybody happy, no matter what. So just do the best you can, like you have been, and keep on trucking, buddy.
Right, yeah. And the only thing that would be able to really make this tournament even better is if we were ever able to land an associate sponsor, which would be the sponsor to pay the first place prize. Mm-hmm. That guaranteed $3,000 we pay for first, or if we could ever land a title sponsor, to take care of our payout for the top 20.
Yeah.
That right there would be huge for us. That would be big time, and that would really excel this tournament. As far as the funds to be able to go towards that hospital, that would really, really bump it up there big time. And we're working on that, and it's just one of them things that it's tough to do. It really is.
I agree.
But we've got, I've got a whole list here of sponsors in front of me that, that without these folks, these folks all these sponsors on this paper in front of me, that's just a big plus to go along with all these, you guys, the anglers that fish with us. If it wasn't for the sponsors that have got on board and you anglers, we wouldn't be able to do anything at all.
Oh, yeah. I agree. This, that's just some of us, we just can't see the forest for the trees, but that's what it's all about, just what you said, and I hope nobody was disgruntled or hurt feelings or whatever, but that's what it was for, and like I said, we figure it's a donation, and if we win something, we do. If we don't, it's a donation. That's what it's all about, and supporting them kids, man. Hey, buddy, listen, I appreciate you, and you don't know how much, and when you figure out next year when this thing's going to be, make sure you let me know, and let's don't drag our feet and get you over here a couple of weeks before it happens.
That sounds good, Steve. We really do appreciate you guys having us on and helping out and fishing with us and allowing us to promote our show, or our tournament through your show. It's greatly appreciated, more than you guys will ever know, and the kids appreciate it even more than we do.
Well, we're not doing enough, I can tell you. We just, that's for sure. But hey, my sponsors, me, Mike here, we're just tickled to death to be able to support you guys in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And all you got is, we're just a phone call away, buddy.
Well, we sure do appreciate that. And like our commissioner says, it takes all of us to do what we do, and you can't go wrong doing a good thing. And doing a good thing is helping those in need.
Yeah. Well, listen, let me ask you, don't you all have a golf tournament coming up here pretty quick?
Actually, we had it. We've already had it.
Already had it?
The first weekend of this month, it was the 4th, 5th, and 6th of May. And we had 85 teams. And we've still not got the numbers in from that tournament. It's such a big deal. We do. I do know that I think he told me that our silent auction we had done right at 18,000 on it. I know we had like I said, 85 teams played, and we had I think upwards of about 125 hole sponsors.
Yeah.
Had a little better than 100 half hole sponsors. And I think we ended up with somewhere around 85 or 90 cart sponsors. And then you just throw in extra donations that people give along the way and buy on 50-50 chances and that kind of stuff. And it's probably the best year we've had. It was the 18th annual. The Hill family out of Rockwood, Greg Hill and Lisa Hill and Mike Hill and all their kids. And, that's one amazing family that just words can't describe how special and amazing that family is and what they've done over the years. And if it wasn't for that family, I'd have never found my passion. They're the ones that Greg's the man that puts on the Rome County St. Jude Events Committee. He's the commissioner of it. And had it not been for me being friends with them and getting involved in their organization about 8 years ago, I'd have never found my calling and my passion to help these kids like I have. And so, that's one amazing group of people and family that they've got and what they've got going. I'm just humbled and blessed to be able to be a part of it.
I hear you. So you all are finished for the year then? You don't have anything else coming up?
Now, we will have a motorcycle ride that Joe Sexton spearheads and puts on. That will be on November the 4th, I believe, out of Rome County Park.
Yeah.
And we are selling chances on a Chevrolet Sonic car, courtesy of Jerry Duncan Ford. I'm sorry, not Jerry Duncan Ford, Duncan Chevrolet, which was formerly Sexton Automotive. That car deal is sponsored by those folks, and we'll give it away that day. You can go to, you can check out the Rome County St. Jude giveaway page on Facebook, or mine or Joey's personal pages, and usually see where the car is going to be for a chance to go see it, buy some chances on it, and those will support the kids as well. All that will go to the hospital. But that'll be our third and final event, and like I said, it'll come up November the 4th at Rome County Park.
Okay. Well, listen.
And,
go ahead.
It'll be more than likely next year around a golf tournament or quicker when we'll present St. Jude with the funds from this year. Several weeks ago when we had our golf tournament, we gave them $122,000, which was last year's funds.
Yeah.
So
we
normally, Kevin Neenhouse is our rep from St. Jude's and ALSAC out in Memphis for our area, and he normally tries to come up once or twice a year and visit with us, and he wasn't able to come in last fall for a banquet and receive the check, so we don't send it to him. We usually have him come in, and he actually came in and played in our golf tournament, and we sent him back the check at that point to take back to Memphis.
Man, that's great.
So,
that's just hey, buddy, you're doing good. Just keep up the good work, and give me a buzz before this motorcycle ride. Don't care a bit. Send me a flyer. We'll put it on the show for let people know, and that kind of thing. But man, God bless you, buddy, and we appreciate you.
Well, thank you, guys. We appreciate y'all and everything y'all do, and the kids appreciate it more.
All right, man. We see you. Call me when you need me, buddy.
Yes, sir. Same to you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Travis. See you, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, folks, there you have it. I mean, he's definitely passionate about what he's doing, Mike. And
Yes.
you can't blame him. It's a good cause, but fishing thing is like this. It doesn't matter if you're fishing for $10 or $10,000. we've competed against both, and you know, you've got that drive that you want to win, and so it's hard to give that up. But you realize that, you know, a benefit tournament is what it is. It's a benefit tournament.
You got that right.
And you know, if it's a paid out money tournament, it's a little different ball game, you know, and that kind of thing. So, but anyway, I think they done great. Like I said, I hate that we didn't make it to the weigh-in, but I wouldn't have been able to stand up. Tell you the truth about it, when I got in the truck, I was dead.
Yeah.
But anyway, that sounds good. I appreciate Travis calling in. And now let's see what Dylan can do for us. Dylan, give us a little break here and some fishing commercials and our fishing and some commercials and whatever we have. But folks, right quick, don't forget about the Bible school. I want to mention that again at the end of the show.
Choice. She and millions like her walk miles a day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store. Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
All right, folks, we're back, and Dylan just informed me we had some audio on those commercials there, and he's checking it out on my camera. I apologize for that because they did play back for me. Anyway, Tim's Tires and Tennessee Tent and Detailing Shop there. And if you guys looking to get your vehicle cleaned up this weekend, be a good time to take it by down there at the detail shop right across from Regions Bank. And, they got window tinting. Yes, you name, ever how much you want to get done is what you can get done there. I'll put it that way. Let's check this call here and see. Hello, caller. Whoop, didn't get him. Hey, Tony.
How you doing?
What's going? I got your picture there, Dylan. You may have to put that crappie picture up, as I hate to. No, I'm just aggravating Mike. He'll be wanting his minnow bucket back out now.
Whew. Oh, that
Yeah, see there, listen at him. He's already, buddy.
Well, they seen us there Saturday. We fixed about 1 o'clock.
That's a nice bunch of fish, Tony. What? You still catching them deep?
About 15 foot on that wire. There's only 8 of them had eggs on 10 of them.
Huh. Well, what?
We caught a few up there in the steam plant up there, about 6 foot of water.
Yeah. Well, I mean that just tells me they're
moving in there trying it anyway.
they could. Well, those fish never lay all their eggs out. If they're really blooded up and then they're getting ready to lay them. But if they're just like a small egg in there, they've done laid all they're going to lay, pretty much. The way I got it figured, they've done spawned and moved back out. So, what do you think, Tony?
That's right.
And did those fish that had eggs in them, do you think they've already spawned?
I don't think they
Had? Okay. Well, there you go.
They come real deep. The others don't grow in that deep.
Right. Well, anyway, I've always said they spawn pretty much, it takes a while for that water out there deep to warm up and put them in the mood.
Especially the way they was running that river, as cool as it's been, that water.
Yeah, I agree, buddy. I agree.
It's all about Lane Channel.
Yeah. Well, you going back this weekend?
Yeah, we'll probably go Saturday morning again for a while.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, I want you to do one thing for me. Be a lot of boat traffic on the lake this weekend. Be careful, wear your life jacket, and, that kind of thing.
There was a lot there Saturday, wasn't there, on the water?
Yeah, they sure was. We was down there Saturday fishing that tournament, and there's a lot of boats around.
I've seen it a couple times down there, but it's nice for you. You're trying to catch fish or something.
Well, I appreciate that. We was trying, but we wasn't doing much good.
No.
Sure wasn't.
I'll talk to you later. I appreciate the show, Larry.
All right, Tony, appreciate you, man, and we look forward to hearing from you next week when you get some more crappie.
All right, see you.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, good to hear from Tony. And by the way, folks, this is Memorial Day weekend, and I want to say thank you to all those that's perished while, serving their country. And anyway, that's what it's all about. But do be careful on the water this weekend if you're out there planning on going. Make sure you check your safety equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, like the guy said, it's hard to wear them life jackets when they're in storage under the seats or in the boxes. If you're of age and you don't have to wear it all the time, and at least put it in the seat where you could get hold of it, or if you were to turn the boat over or get turned over, at least the life jacket's out there floating. If it's in the lids or under the lid or in a box, it ain't gonna float. You ain't gonna get it, So put them out where they're handy. If you're not going to wear them, and if you're running your boat, it'd be a good thing to wear it.
Yeah, at least sit on it.
Yeah, sit on it, put it behind the seat, do something where it's accessible, and that kind of thing. So, but do want everybody to be careful. Let's see, Mike. Dylan, you think you got some film for us now? How about you, Dylan? He said he. Yeah, so you got us some fishing film? All right, put it up there right quick, will you? We'll see if Mike can catch one. Oh, there's Mike.
Let him throw it back in the water. Down here with my grandson. We're going to fool around here. I thought them stripe would be a breaking again, but they ain't so far, so put him back in the water there.
Softly?
Yeah, put him back in the water. There you go. Now then, we'll wait around here a while longer. Maybe them stripe will get out there and get to breaking, and you can get out there and have you some fun with them, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, Mikey's got another bass there. Hold him up there. Grab him by the lip, hold him up there. There you go. Turn him around. There you go. Nice one. That's good. Now let's put him back in the water right easy. Ease him back in there. There you go. Turn him loose, he'll go by. He'll be a great old big one one of these days. All right, folks, we can stay after him here. I've caught a couple of little ones on that little brown jig, so we'll keep flipping after them, see what's going on. All right, Lucky. That's another nice little fish right there. I'll get us back here off the bank here in a minute. If we can. Don't be handling it. Just hold him on the lip. Turn him around our sideways so we get a good look at him. A little more. There you go. Now then, let's ease him back in the water. All right, turn him loose. Good to go. See if we can get you another. All right, folks. There, Mikey's got another little in there. We'll put him back, see if we can catch some more. We ain't doing too bad. Maybe we'll get on something here before the day's over with. Thank you. I think we messed up. Okay, there's Mikey. He caught him a crappie there on that rattle trap. That's pretty good. So lay him back in the water and we'll see about getting another one. All right. That's a nice one, Mikey. What do you think about that one? Nice big old bass, ain't he?
It's big.
He's big, too. Yeah. Lay him over in the water and we'll turn him back. We'll catch him. He may be bigger the next time. All right. Now then, you after him, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a nice crappie, Mikey. Let's put him back. Maybe he'll have a bunch more. We'll get him this winter. What do you think? He'd be a lot bigger. Okay. We'll get after him. Maybe we'll get some more of them. What the hell?
Back to us. Buddy, that Mikey's going to make a fisherman, ain't he, Mike?
I think he will. He will.
Yeah, I believe he will, too. Let's see, there were some announcements and some tournaments going on here we was going to talk about. We don't have much time, I can tell you that. Folks, do remember our sponsors, Reynolds Racing Marine, their satellite shop over there at 620 Ray Street in Kingston. Saw the Tim Star thing. Corner lot trading. We showed that screen, that sifter last week, and all that was nice piles of topsoil, Mike. If you're planning on doing some yard work this weekend, you need to give Gary a call at Corner Lot Trading because he's got just about anything that you might need, and they can deliver dirt and topsoil and mulch and the whole 9 yards if you need it delivered. And just plain old field dirt or whatever you might need stone for your driveway, do check with them. Citizens First Bank, can't thank those people enough. Edgemore Outdoors, I got to go by and visit them tomorrow evening before I come home, Mike, because I got to have a few baits.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. That's the thing about them plastic baits, Mike. You go through them pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
The brush hogs and baby brush hogs and the creature baits and that kind of thing. Yeah, they, you know, a good fish tear one up. You know, one per fish.
How many times have we fished them hair flies up there and catch one or two, and there wouldn't be no hair left on it?
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
He bites down on that hair with them teeth, but he just eats it off there.
Sure does. And so anyway, yeah, got to go by Edgemore there tomorrow after work and pick up a few baits and check on them up there and that kind of thing. But man, you know, it's a busy place up there. It really is. The sign shop, Amy and Adrian there, and we got the thing for Pamela Ann's candies and fudge. Be a good time to get some fudge there this weekend, and shared treasures, consignments, and so on and so forth, and the East Tennessee tent and detailing, just on and on. But we appreciate them. We can't do the show without them, and please let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring the show when you go in there to get whatever it is you might need.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. But anyway, going on with some other stuff here, Mike, I did mention the Citizens First Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking the other day, Mike and I were, about we've got a few sponsors that's been with us since we started. Mm-hmm. And Reynolds has, Tim's Tires, and Citizens Bank, Sign Shop. They've all been with us. Edgemore Outdoors started with us, and you know, we can't thank them enough. We're working on our 5th year here, and we'd like to get 5 more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mike. So we appreciate everybody watching and that kind of thing. You know, there was something mentioned to me again the other day, Mike, about it was at Little Emery. There was 2 or 3 guys there talking, and I told them that there was plans to do some boat ramp work down there.
Yeah.
Floating dock. I don't know about the parking. They could expand the parking there. They've got a little room up on that knoll there that they could park. But there is plans in the drawings and this, that, and the other. It's been talked with the TWRA and everybody else. There in about 6 or 7 other sites. We mentioned them here 2 or 3 months ago on the show, but I was telling those guys that. So a lot of people use that little old ramp on the weekends and through the week, and then especially in the crappie season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mike, and it's so dang shallow. You have to back your wheels in the water to get your boat on and off the trailer when the lake's full. So that kind of thing. But that definitely is in the works. Folks, our plans, honestly, if nothing changes, I hope to be on Norse tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm going fishing, and tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, I'm going to see what's going on. I hadn't been up there since back in the winter. How much? 30 seconds. So anyway, Memorial Day, be careful, and if you're on the water, like I said, God bless you all. We'll hope to see you next week.
Maybe Bill will give me a call here in a few minutes, and we'll figure out what we're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, Billy, give Mike a call here in about 3 minutes, and we'll see y'all next week.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
which caused the building to collapse. It's believed to be the largest